So we are going to cover some of the expressions, some of the headers, footers in SSRS. So how to do? We'll just open the previous existing package, SSRS training. We have this table, so I'll just delete this page header. Done. So this is my data sets. I am getting some values. So what is my scenario? I'll just right click, insert a table. So we all know, right, how to add a data source and how to add a data set. We all covered in the previous classes. So I'll just add one table. So in the table I'll just drag and drop all the stuff whatever I want: card type, card number, expiry month, expiry year, and modify date. Just drag and drop, you'll be getting, right? So now what I am going to do, I am going to take this one. We are going to see step by step. See the preview. When I see the preview, I'll be getting all the records that I have in that one. You can see all the records. So there are multiple pages. You can see there is a 2 question mark. Means if you have a question mark after 2 means it is a there are multiple pages. So I can see only results for one page. If I want to see for other page, just click on the next year start button. And automatically it will show the results for other page. So you can see the page number. When I click this last page, then I will get the results which are there in the last page. Play around. So last page is 23. But actually this is a report output, but if you want to see how it will be stored when you export to some PDF or some other way, so this is a PDF way which I have stored. I exported to PDF and you can see here. Okay, so in order to see how it shows in a PDF when you export, so for that purpose what you are going to do, just click on the print view, print to layout. When I click on the print to layout, automatically I will be getting the same exact layout. See, when I remove the print to layout, how many pages you are getting? 23. But when you print it, this 23 page, it will be printing more than 23 pages. But how can you say? So normally, generally what we do, whenever we develop the report, we will click on the print layout. By default, it will show some old page. Select the format to 75% in the old page. Now I can see many number of pages, 84 pages now I can see. Previously it was 23, right? But when I do the print to layout, I can see 84. And there are some, see, this modified date is shown in the next page also. Actually I should get in a single page, right? It is shown in the next page. It's like different thing, right? So we can see now exactly, but when I see the print to preview, everything shows in a single page. So this is scenario. So always you need to click on the print layout, and sometimes you will get the spaces also after each and every page. But we are going to discuss later on in the same video. So now when I see the preview, I am not getting any page numbers in each and every page. So in order to get the page number in the SQL server, there is a concept called headers and footers. So if you give a page number on header, so automatically it will be displayed in all the pages. So for that purpose, just click on the page number, go to the insert and click on text box. Click a page header. Done. And what in the page header, what I want to give the some company name or something, and I want to give the page numbers. Or report name you can give, report title or anything. At the below I want to give the, in the page footer I want to give the username. So first we will go step by step. I will click on this. So in order to give anything, you need to write some expressions. Because in the Word document or somewhere, when you go into the Word document or somewhere, you will be having the, let's say you open some book. In the book you will be having the page number at the bottom, right? So how they are going to do? They are going to write some code for that. Before printing a book, everything will be in some documents, right? In the document they will write some code where it will automatically give the page numbers to all the pages. The same way in the reports, if you want to give, you can't directly write the expressions directly in the headers. So I can't write any expressions on the header. In order to write anything, you need to insert a text box. Inside the text box you can write expressions. Expressions are easy. It is a system build. SQL Server SSRS reports as some inbuilt features. You can directly use that inbuilt features. So how to use it? Just right click on this text box and click expressions. When I click the expressions, I'll get the window, right? And just clicking cancel. When I click the expression, I'll get the windows. The same window you can go in other way. How you can go by other way is that right click on this. Instead of selecting the expression, click on the text box properties. Here when I select the text box properties, I got the value, right? Here in the general I got the value. When I click the value, I'll get the window, right? The same window you will be getting by directly clicking on the expressions. Both are same. It is a shortcut. Okay, don't get confused why they are given expression and what is the expression for this general and value. Both are same. Whatever you write here, that one the same thing. It is a shortcut. When you click on expression, it is nothing but the shortcut to that. Okay, now I'll just right click on this, click on the text box properties. I'll not go expression directly, I'll click on text box properties. Here value. When I click on the value, you will get whatever expression, whatever the type of expression you want to write, you can write it here. But currently I don't know. I am a developer. I am in the initial stage, so nothing to worry. Here is the expression window. Here you got the categories, which type of things you want to select. SQL Server has multiple things. Just you select that value, and that one will be, when you double click on the value, automatic expression will be written for that value. So currently what I want a page number. So just you will add the built-in fields. You got the parameters, you got the fields. If you have any parameters in the report, all will be shown here. If you have some fields, it will be shown here. If you have data set, it will be shown here. Let's see, I got my data set, I got all the columns in the data set. I got the variables. Okay, I got the operators. If you want to add some plus minus, you will be getting all the things here. I got even common function like date functions, text function, anything. Math. If you want to add, if you want to extract the date from that, if you want to extract year from the date time value, you can do all the stuff. Okay, currently I want to use a built-in fields. You got multiple things here. You can see when I click the execution time, not only here, when you go to the parameters or you go to some operators, click anything, see there is a description and you got some example value. For each and everything it will show in a description. Based on description you can understand what is meant by that. When I go to the built-in fields and click on the execution time, select the execution time, you will be getting, see, the date and time that as a report began to run. See, the parameter value will be this one. When I click this, automatically I will get the same global execution time. By default I will be getting here, see, automatically when I double click that. And similarly there are, if I want the page number, right? So just click on the page number. When I click the page number, you can see the current page number, which can be reset through the use of page breaks, that is different, can be used only in page header or footer. See, this page number can only used in the header or footer. So currently we are using header, right? So I'll just click the page number. So automatically expression is created here. Click OK. Now I am done. Click OK. When I go to the preview, I can see all the page numbers in all the pages. See, if I go, I'll just increase to 75%. So I can see page number 1. When I go to the next, I can see the page number 2. When I go to the next, I can see the page number 3, like this. So just go to the design. Same way I got the page number. If I want to add some user ID, just click on the below. I want to add the user ID, the footer, right? Click on the below, footer properties. Oh, sorry. I need to enter text box. So insert a text box. I click on the text box, right click on the text box properties. Go to the value, click on the expressions, go to the built-in fields. Here I want the user ID. Click on this, done. And along with the user ID, I also want I want to add some description, user ID, or else I will show before. When I click on the user ID, okay. Now when I go to the preview, the report will run. See, now here you can see the user ID, but I don't know what is that. I want to add some description, user ID colon or some equal to name I will give. So how to do that? Just click on the user ID. Now I can directly go to the expressions or same. Click on this, go to the text box properties, go in the general, in the value, click on effects, you will be getting the same page. Now I will add something like this, user ID equal to quotes and plus. I am adding some string to the user ID. Click OK. Now I can see that user ID here. I can see user ID equal to this one. Here also the same way, see, user ID equal to Baddam. And you can see here some of the stuff is missing because it is getting truncated. When I go to the next page you can see that. You see here also it is getting truncated, but why? The size is less. So what I can do, I can just increase the size. When I see the preview now, see, it will not be truncated, it will be shown everything. So even I am getting some truncated message, right? So I'll just move this one to a little bit left. Done. Now when I see the preview, I can see my complete user ID like this. You can play around with that, and we are going to see that spaces and that one, why it is showing the next page. We are going to see that. So now I want to add some title, insert text box. So I'll just click on the text box. Instead of going there directly, I'll go to the expressions. Here I want, right, headers and footers report. and quotes. It is nothing but the string. Okay. Now when I do this, normally what type of thing you will be getting? I'll be getting a normal report, right? I don't because the box size is small, so it is showing the 2 lines. When I increase the box size to the left and right, when I increase the width, then it will be shown in a single line. But how it is only like normal, right? Whatever data you can see, you can see with the same format. But I want to increase the format and font size. I want to do some coloring. How you can do? Just right click on this, go to the text box properties. Here you can see all the things. Number, if you want to give the format, whether it might be in the currency format, you can give the currency. But now I am giving default, it is a varchar type, right? I will give default. See the alignment. If you want to give some space between that, and you can, in the text box, when you go to the Excel sheets, you can see the alignment, right? How the data should be stored, whether the data should be stored in the center of that, or it should be stored at the left side, bottom, corner, anywhere. That same thing, you can see the alignment here. Font. Now I want to give the font. I want to increase the font to some 18 points, and I want to give it as bold. I want to give the color as some blue. That's, I can play around with this. And border. The text box will have some border, right? Just I'll go here and see how to give. I want only underline border, so just select the underline border. Automatically the text box will have that underline border. And fill. I can fill the text box also. I want to fill the text box with something like this color. I can fill the text box. Visibility, don't worry about the visibility, interactive sorting and action, we are going to see later on. Just fill, you can see. I'll click OK. Now you can see, when I see the preview, see, I got the background and it is being truncated because of the size. So I'll just expand this one little bit, and I'll give the page number at the air at the bottom corner. I'll expand this little bit. When I see the preview, I got the report, headers and footers report, I got it. See, but that underline line, there is a line underlined as this, right? So how it is showing? I want the underline, this line which is underlined, to only this report one. And see, I have given the background color. How the background color looks like? It is only showing to entire text box, right? It is not showing. I want this only to the letters, only to the text. So how you can do? Instead of giving the format to everything, just click on this box, right click on this text box. Now I'll just go to the fill. I'll remove the fill, no color, done. And I'll go to the underline border. I'll just remove the underline. Automatically the underline will be removed. Click OK. Now what I'll do? So now whatever the properties you are giving, you are given the properties to the text box. So if I want to give something to a text, click on this. So now automatically this text will be selected. See. When I select the text and right click, you can't see anything like text box properties. When I click on the text box, then I can see text box properties. But when I click on text, I can't see anything. Just click on the text, double click on this, automatically I will get this. Otherwise, select the text, right click on this, go to the placeholder properties. Now we can see all the stuff. Number, alignment. In the next you see the font. In the font, whatever I think I want to give. See color. I can give the normal font size, font to color. So it is by default blue. Okay. Next, what I want to do? I want to do underline. Just go here. I want to underline. So automatically it will underline to that one only. So just I'll click OK. Yeah. Click OK. When I go to the preview, I can see the underline only for that one, for the text box. See. But I think the background color for the text box, I think you will not be having any background color because I can't see any options here, right? Click on this, font is blue. And one more thing, you can do the properties this way. Click on this, placeholder properties, you will be getting this one, right? Or else, select the text box, go to the view and click on the properties windows, then you can see a window at the right side. This is the other way you can do. Okay? Text alignment, color, you got the color, font size, font weight, font size, decoration. Yeah, you don't have any background color. It means that, so for the text you will not be having any background color. But for the text box, when I click the text box here, see you can see a color here, background color, that all stuff you can see the colors here. Okay. So for the text box, only for the text you will not be having any background color. So that's why I can't see any option here. I previewed, I got the data. Whatever I think I want, I did the formatting. Now it looks cool, right? Okay, we are done. we are getting the footers also. But see, all the things I am doing on the print layout only, don't get confused. When I click the next page, I am breaking this one. See, you can see that, right? The page is splitting after this column. After the expiry year, the modified date is going to the other page. How to reduce that kind of, you will be facing this kind of issues a lot. How to do that? Normally in the report, what happens? By default, when you create a report, right? By default, when you create a report, the report page, this is a page of every page on the report. So by default, a page setup is set. So it will set in the format of A4 size page or something, 8 inch or something 8 inch height, or it's, I think it's a width, and 11 inch height. Like this, it will set up with some default format. So basically, you need to change that format by default. You need to change that format. Okay. So how to change that format? So first thing, I'll click here outside the report. See, I'm not clicking here, and see the properties. I'll just remove the properties. So in a better thing you do is that go to the view. Before doing that, click on the properties window. Done. Now I'll not click on the, when I click here on this box, see, I'm getting the different properties. When I click here outside this, I'm getting different properties. This is the entire report properties. When I click outside the text box, it is the entire report properties. In this text box, you can see page size. You can see width is 8.5 and height is 11, and you can also see interactive size. Okay. So like this, you can see many things. So there is a page size, or else I can directly right click on this report properties. I can do this way also. Then I can see the page size here. It is showing width is 8.5 and height is 11 inch. Height is 11 inches. By default, you can see, and at the same time, you can also see here left. So now the format will be like this, based on the page size. So you are given the page size, width is 8.5, okay, inch. So width is, this is my page. So width is 8.5 and height is 11, okay. And after that, you can see there is a margins. Left side margin, you got a, sorry. So left side margin, there will be a space for the left side margin. It will take 1, and there is also top, right, bottom. So whatever the matter is there, that matter is going to print only in this area. So in the width, you reduce 1 for the left side margin and 1 inch for the right side. So how much width is going to left? -2, right? Out of 8.5, if you do left side 1 inch and right side 1 inch, so total 6.5 is left. In the 11 inch also, you are going to reduce 1 at the top and 1 at the bottom. So after that, you are going to have only 9 inches. So 6.5 and 9 inches. So inside the 6 point, so whatever the matter is there, it should store in the 6.5 inch area. So if it exceeds that, then that one is going to print in the next page. Now we are going to override these properties. So how to override? We can do in either one way. Just increase the size here, or else, now when I click here, I got the page, right? I can reduce the size here. Okay. So how this scenario should be there is that whatever the width and height you are getting, always 8.5 and 11 is the width of the your report, right? After removing the border and this 6.5. So normally what you are going to do, 8.5, okay. So here this width, whatever the width you are having here, that width place, that is 8.4777 plus left to margin and the right margin should be always less than or equal to 8.5. So the left margin in the report properties, I'll just go to the report properties here. When I click on this, I'll get the report properties. In the report properties, what is the size you are having? 8.5 and 11, right? And you are having, see, I can go that way, or else it is better to go right click and report properties. Then you will be getting the clear. You can see this page size and width. It is a 8.5 and 11, and the left to right margin, top margin, bottom margin. So total width is 8.5. In the total width, you got one left inch, and 1 right inch, 1 top and bottom, right? So now what you are going to do for this purpose, always when I click on this report, this is a report page. outside is the total report. This is only for the report printing page. So always this width plus in the report properties left width and right width. Width means it is a left and right, right? Width will always start from left and right. So left margin and left right margin plus the width should always be less than or equal to the total width of the page. So now you can see what is the width here now. So it is 8.4. So total it is like 10.4. 10.4 less than or equal to 8.5. It is a false, right? So that's why it is written. It is showing in the multiple pages. So now what I am going to do, this 10.4 size I am going to convert into the 8.5. So how I am going to convert? Actually I am adding some blank spaces, right? I will not click anything. I am adding some blank spaces here. I will just move that. Click on this, move it here. Move to the extreme left, done. And click on the expression. I will move it to the center, done. Now I will click on the page number. I will move the page number to the left side. Done. Okay. So here also I will move this expression little bit right side. Yeah, okay. And now what I am going to do here, this one, drag this page to the left side. That's it. Now see, when I click this, what is the width I am having here? 6 inch, right? Now let's see. 6 plus margins, left and right margin are 1 inch, right? So 6 plus 1 plus 1 is 8. 8 is less than or equal to 8.5, right? So it is okay, correct. So now when I preview and go to the page layer, see, I can see everything in the modified data also in the same page. You can see here, I can see the modified data also in the same page. See, now previous it was around like 120 or something like that, right? Now you can see everything is shown in a single page. There is nothing here. Okay, this is the way how you are going to do that. So remember one thing, the total width should be the total width of the page plus in the report properties left width and right width should be less than or equal to the total width of the page. This one you need to remember. So now the total width of the page is 6, right? 6 plus in the report page 1 plus 1 2, 6 plus 2 is 8, 8 less than or equal to 8.5. So it will be shown in one page. This is the one thing. Okay. Other thing is that let's say I got this one ink is up to here. Let's say my manager doesn't want to have any space like this. He don't want anything to have like this. Okay. I will be getting multiple things. I will get some blank space also. See, he don't want anything should be shown up like this. He want to increase some size. You want to increase this column size, width. You want to increase this expressions. So this year, and you also want to increase this card type like this. Okay. Now when I see this preview, I will be going. I can see that one. See, everything is shown in the 2 pages. Now expired and modified is shown in other page. Now I want to set the record properties. Previously we have set this page properties, right? Now we are going to set the report properties. Click on the page properties. What is the size of that? It is 7.8. So it is okay. Now click on this report properties. Now, so 7.9 plus 1 plus 1, it is a 910. Let's say instead of 7. We round figure it, 8 plus 1 plus 1. So it is 10. 10 less than or equal to 8.5. It means that the size is like, again it is a wrong thing, right? 10 less than or equal to 8.5, it is wrong. So it is printed in multiple pages. Now I don't want that. I want to have the same size, but I can reduce this one. Either in the report properties, just remove this width to 0. Left and right width to 0. That's it. Because there will be no width, and when I see the preview, see, I can see everything in a single line, see, single page. Okay. This is the other way. Or else your manager may thinking, okay, when I print, I want a width left side also. Okay. So what you do, just click on the report, go to the report properties. Here you give 1, nothing to worry. Hello? Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I'm clicking cancel. Click the preview because it is splitting in both the pages. I'll go to the previous one. The same thing. report properties. I'll increase the size, increase the width. I'm doing undo. Okay, see what is happening. The page size is limited, right? So it will try to show the credit card type, credit card number, and expiry month. But we got two other columns, so that columns cannot be fit in the page. So they will be fitted in the next page. Are you able to get my point? See, and this one, this details of the two columns will be fitted in the next page.
No, I'm asking the credit card ID and all are there, right?
Yeah.
Those credit card names,
Uh-huh.
the title of each column she's asking that has to be repeated in each and every.
Yeah, we are going to see that one later on. That one we will be calling it as a headers and footers, where whenever you select something, we are going to work on that later on with all the properties, tablix properties. You can see many things here. What is the breaking, how to keep them, and they are like multiple things. We are going to work on that later on. Okay. So now when I see the preview, so it is showing in the multiple pages. So for that purpose, what I will be doing, just go here, two options, right? Click here, either reduce the width. I can reduce the width to 0 here, right, also 0. Then automatically the total size of the page is 7.8. So width and left and right width is 0 0. So 7.8 plus 0 0 is 7.8, and after the total report property is 8.5. So 7.8 is less than or equal to 8.5. So it is okay. So now everything will be printed in a single page, right? Now see here, I'll just right click here, click on the this one, report properties. Now I can do it another way. Just increase this one. So your manager might say, or the end users might say, I want the right and left width should be 1 inch. Then the other option you got is that you can make it in the landscape. Landscape means it will have the 11 inch width and 8.5 inch height. When I click this and go to the preview, see, now you can see the width, right? What is the width? You got 11 inch, and right now what is the width of this one? This report, it is 7.5. Let's say the 8 plus 1 inch left and 1 inch right. So 8 plus 1 plus 1. So it is 10. So 10 is less than or equal to 11. So okay. So it will be printing in one page. See, there will be no other page now. Okay, like this. You can just play around with them. So I'll just stop the video and I'm going to continue from the next one.